Hey everyone, welcome to a new Let's Play. This is for Dear Esther. Esther, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a short game. It's, from what I understand of this, it's basically a, I think it's more of a narrated Dear Diary exploration story game in that sense. You know, just there's no combat. It's just sort of walk around enjoying the sights, and we have like a diary of whoever, Dear Esther or whoever, and it's, you know, this person narrating, and we just go and listen to the story and listen to the story entries, and yeah, get to explore this island. So yeah, quite interesting. I thought the game seemed interesting, nice visuals. And hey, there's no problem with hey, it's nice just to take a break from the all action, just going very easy, just explore and just take in the story. So without further ado, let's get started. Oh, and before I do, I should let you know that I'm gonna, each of these videos for this is gonna be a little shorter than normal, just to give so not rushing through it, just gonna take plenty of time to explore, so just give you an idea. Anyway, let's get started. Oh, right. I haven't started this, so there you go. Well, I think technically I'm like for 2 seconds, but you get my point.
Dear Esther, I have lost track of how long I have been here, and how many visits I have made overall. Certainly the landmarks are now so familiar to me that I have to remind myself to actually see the forms and shapes in front of me. I could stumble blind across these rocks, the edges of these precipices, without fear of missing my step and plummeting down to sea. Besides, I have always considered that if one is to fall, it is critical to keep one's eyes firmly open.
Yeah, that would be quite a good suggestion, wouldn't it, honestly? So, oh, we got zoom. I wasn't quite sure what we had. Do we have a torchlight? Maybe not yet. Good, we got a zoom mod feature. Okay. I'll tell you what, I think this is indie game, if I understand it correctly, so, and it actually looks, you know, the visuals are, I would almost say, surprisingly really good, you know? I mean, some indie games are not, like, they're more 2D or they're very PS3 level. I mean, okay, you could make that argument from close up, but even so, I mean, it's not, oh, okay, so maybe it's automatic, okay, so get it automatically, okay. I mean, you know, the visuals, they don't need to be spectacular as long as they carry the point across, and I think this is doing that really well. Got a workbench here. It's like I was about to say a classroom. I mean, I suppose it could have been for a couple of people, but it was just like general living quarters. Huh. I'm saying that like a military thing, aren't I? God's sake. I mean, yeah, let me get the... Oh, what's this? Oh. Someone doing science, quantum mathematics? I've got no idea. I suppose that's what happens when you get so totally bored. You start getting paint and just doing whatever, so, hey. Who am I to judge? Okay, so it's automatic. Okay. More paint. Alright. Oh, so these are paint cans or something, I'm assuming. Okay, or paint seal. God knows what else. Let's see what's down here. God, they're certainly doing a great job with the environment, aren't they? That wind actually sounds very, very real. I mean, as I understand it as well, the whatever diary entries, for lack of better wording, I'll actually, I think if you're going the right direction, the game will then turn up, so will then just start. So, wow, that gets blowing a gust, isn't it? Okay, I don't think we're supposed to be going that way. Ah, trust me to go the wrong way. Although, to be fair, there's two paths here, so I mean, of course I'm going to try both paths. I'm pretty sure I'm probably supposed to go up, but I had to make sure. As far as I know, there's no collectibles in this as well. As far as actual, like, general, you know, it's generally considered, you know. Okay, let's try up here. That's not just wasn't going far enough. Wait, is that like a antenna or lighthouse or something up ahead? Huh. So we're gonna make our own path. Okay, I'm quite happy to do that. I don't know if I could.
Donnelly reported the legend of the hermit, a holy man who sought solitude in its most pure form. Allegedly, he rode here from the mainland in a boat without a bottom, so all the creatures of the sea could rise at night to converse with him. How disappointed he must have been with their chatter. Perhaps now, when all that haunts the ocean is the rubbish dumped from the tankers, he'd find more peace. They say he threw his arms wide in a valley on the south side, and the cliff opened up to provide him shelter. They say he died of fever 116 years later. The shepherds left gifts for him at the mouth of the cave, but Donnelly records they never claimed to have seen him. I have visited the cave and I have left my gifts, but like them, I appear to be an unworthy subject of his solitude.
Huh? Sounds rather lonely, but I suppose inspirational to some as well, really? I kind of think I'm not supposed to... I kind of think I'm supposed to go on the beach, but screw it, let's just go. Oh, God. Ah, well. Looks like we're going through the beach. Never mind. Oh, God. Unless I'm... Well, let's see where this takes us. Knowing I've probably gone a completely wrong way in the first place, just doing everything backwards, but whatever. It's not like it's combat style, so just yeah, just do what you want to do, I suppose. Oh, okay. Okay, we've got ourselves a path.
At night, you can see the lights sometimes from a passing tanker or trawler. From up on the cliffs, they are mundane. But down here, they fugue into ambiguity. For instance, I cannot readily tell if they belong above or below the waves. The distinction now seems banal. Why not everything and all at once? There's nothing better to do here than indulge in contradictions whilst waiting for the fabric of life to unravel.
Suppose so. Oh, so we've got two ways to the zoo. Okay, that's not what I was expecting. Well, go here. I'll go back. I just want to see what's up here. So. Okay. Oh, I see. So that's where we were, so... I want to go both ways. That's some issue. Oh, let's just go this way. It's one of those scenarios in these sorts of games where...
Donnelly's book had not been taken out from the library since 1974.
Wow.
I decided it would never be missed as I slipped it under my coat and avoided the librarian's gaze on the way out. If the subject matter is obscure, the writer's literary style is even more so. It is not the text of a stable or trustworthy reporter. Perhaps it is fitting that my only companion in these last days should be a stolen book written by a dying man.
Oh, okay. So the story is, well, okay. That's it. I was gonna say, the only thing about these games is when they give multiple passes, you can't always tell whether you're supposed to go that way or whether or not.
When someone had died or was dying, or was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath.
Oh, wow.
You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boats, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this, to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh.
Mental, I'm assuming? Wow. So that's carved manually? Wow, that's actually quite impressive. Huh. Okay. Oh, I want to go down there. Please let me go down there. Huh. Makes me wonder whether this used to be like an actual small community, or it's just more ancient and it's just been remodeled and everything.
We are not like Lot's wife, you and I. We feel no particular need to turn back. There's nothing to be seen if we did. No tired old man parting the cliffs with his arms. No gifts or Bibles laid out on the sand for the taking. No tides turning or the shrieking gulls overhead. The bones of the hermit are no longer laid out for the taking. I have stolen them away to the guts of this island, where the passages all run to black, and where we can light each other's faces by their strange luminescence.
Wow. Extremely poetic, I find it. I must admit, I don't always understand exactly what he's saying, but I can understand, like, I have a general understanding of what he's talking about, so. And I use the poetic in the sense it does sound poetic, but also in the way that the words and the way he's using them, you know, they're almost overly descriptive, which I usually find more of a poetic form of writing. So, and I really want to go back over there. But it is really nice. I mean, alright, be lonely, but still looks really nice.
Dear Esther, I met Paul. I made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
Wow. Well, at least he understood his own fate. Suppose that's important. I'm gonna go back up there. Just because I want to explore that inland bit. I get the feeling I'm quite certain I'm doing this. I'm actually doing this. I'm going in a very wrong direction. I bet some of these players will be in the comments. Oh, you're going this backwards, are you? Or oh, you should have took the road below and you would have come out the top. And all. I'm like, yep, that sounds about. Yep, we've got ourselves a path. Oh boy. Ah, never mind. I'll go back now. I just want to come back here and see. We've got ourselves a path. I mean.
I dreamt I stood in the center of the sun, and the solar radiation cooked my heart from the inside. Oof. My teeth will curl, and my fingernails fall off into my pockets like loose change. If I could stomach, I'd eat, but all I seem capable of is salt water. Were the livestock still here, I could turn feral and gorge. I'm as emaciated as a body on a slab, opened up for a premature source of death. I've rowed to this island in a heart without a bottom, all the bacteria of my gut rising up to sing to me.
Wow. That's very much from the soul, isn't it? Very, very descriptive and heartfelt in the sense he's pouring his heart into it. Oh. Yourselves, I think, is a Bible or anyway, that whatever version that is. I mean, oh. Okay. So. Right. Well, let's go up here and see what's going on. Okay, that's not going anywhere. Go the other way. Then I go back down to that cave and around the other. It is actually quite relaxing, this game. I mean, it's one of those things where you don't necessarily have to understand exactly what the narrator's talking about. It's more like a Dear Diary, just his experience and thoughts as probably like his final days on Ireland when he's ill or just going to exile or whatever. But just listening to his diary, what he's going on in his life, and just, you know, experience, you know, the way he's seen things, his final days or whatever, you know, it's actually can be quite eye-opening and quite intriguing at times. At least I think so. But it's almost a poetic thing as well. I know I keep on going back to it, but it's true. I mean, oh, okay. So okay, so that's not supposed to go down there. Okay. I must confess, if there's one thing I would wish this game had, is the run feature, but I mean, that'll be it. Not totally fussed. Just get to enjoy its surroundings. I'll tell you one thing this game is doing a really good job at is actually, you know, you can actually hear the sounds, like the wind, if you just stand still and just listen to it for a second. But like, if you've lived near a beach or anything, or have gone to the beach, or just on those like a cliff, you know, that's over the sea or whatever like that, or over a large river or something like that, that has that sort of breeze and sort of rippling sound through grass and all that, then it has a distinctive sound, but I mean, it can be quite cold, don't get me wrong. Excuse me, but at the same time, I would go as far as say it's rather soothing, especially like sound of water in these sort of places, you know. The sound of water actually be quite, apart from the water torture theory, but just in general, water's got quite a nice, calming, soothing sound. Even when it's, you know, if you can ignore the gustly winds and just take in the ambience and just the environment and just the scenery and let just soak it all in, just for the environment and what it is, it's actually rather peaceful. I mean, okay, the wind disturbs that a little bit, but you know, like I said, if you disregard that for what it's worth, yeah. It's one of those things where painters go there, you know, artists and all this, they actually go to a place like for inspiration and all that, or even go there and paint things based off that, you know. Oh, so we just, oh, I see, so we've actually gone like a full circle and halfway between, okay.
I find myself increasingly unable to find that point where the hermit ends and Paul and I begin. We are woven into a sodden blanket, stuffed into the bottom of a boat to stop the leak and hold back the ocean.
Oh, wow.
My neck aches from staring up at the aerial. It mirrors the dull throb in my gut where I am sure I've begun to form another stone.
Ooh.
In my dreams, it forms into a perfect representation of Lot's wife, head over her shoulder, staring along the motorway at the approaching traffic in a vacuum of fatalistic calm.
Jeez. That's a bit of an eerie way, eerie thinking, isn't it, really? Wow. Got this right again, all the... Huh. I wonder if the people who lived to actually carve these out, or were these, I would say prehistoric so much, but maybe medieval wall paintings? Well, there could be. Huh. It's actually quite interesting. I wonder if there's actually a story behind this. If there actually is a story behind these paintings, what they represent, feel free to let me know. I think, it just could be people's pastime, or, drawing their... interpreting their own imagination or their own perception of the environment, their thoughts and everything onto walls, which is very well known. It's very typical, honestly. Oh, wait. Oh, we're coming out here. Okay. So, hang on. I want to make sure I'm going the right way. Really nice calming music. Really nice. Oh, I see. So if we came down here, we go in there and come. Ah dear. Oh, whichever way. Okay. Well, like I said, I told you to be short. Just let's just soak in this and just listen and enjoy scenery and the narration and these dear diaries, as I think they are. So yeah. I'll see you next time we continue on this windy, very calming island and capture more Dear Diary. See you next time.